supposed to be GA Flashback Friday, but thanks to Influenza A, I am still exhausted and still 2 days behind. Okay? But on the good news front, my daughter is doing so much better today. She's up playing. She's actually napping right now, but she has been up playing this morning. Her fever is gone for the time being, and so I'm hoping that she's finally on the mend, because that means that mommy can finally get some sleep. Okay? But, as always, today we are going back in time to Season 1, Episode 2 of Ghost Adventures, which happens to be the Houghton Mansion. Now, as you all know, I do every video, every week, in a brand new hoodie. However, today, and it's like, well, usually like a pullover hoodie. However, today I chose a hooded jacket because I have a super cute new shirt that all of my admins are going to love. And so I'm super excited, and I hope you guys can see it. But it's a kitty cat who's writing a story, drinking a cup of coffee, which is kind of my mood today. So I'm super, super excited to show it off, and I just had to wear it in my video. So I chose to wear a hooded jacket to show off my kitty shirt, which I happen to love. It's the small things in life, people. It's the small things in life. So, getting right on with our video. Like I said, we are going to the Houghton Mansion, which is located in North Adams, Massachusetts. And something about New England just screams haunted. I mean, come on now. You think of like New England and you think of like insane asylums and the Salem witch trials and haunted crap. So of course the Houghton Mansion would be located in Massachusetts, which of course is in New England. Now, the tragedy surrounding the Houghton Mansion actually started on August 1st, 1914, when Mr. A.C. Houghton, who was the mayor of North Adams, and his daughter Mary decided to go to Bennington, which is another town, for like a leisurely drive. They used to do that back in, 1914, because they didn't have Facebook and Twitter and crap that takes over our lives. And Mr. John Witters, who was their chauffeur, was driving them to Bennington, and he was at a point in the road where there was a team of horses in the road, and he simply tried to go around them, and the bank of the road actually gave way, and the car rolled down a hill 3 times. Now, all the men in the car survived with minor injuries. However, Mary wasn't so lucky. She died from her injuries a few hours after the accident took place. Now, to make matters worse, Mr. Witters, who was very devoted to the family, was overcome with grief and emotion and actually told another worker that he was going to go to the barn to take care of the horses, when in reality he went to the barn to kill himself because he just felt so terribly bad for the accident that took place, even though it was not his fault. It was simply a freak accident. Now, to make a bad situation even worse, 10 days after both of them tragically passed away, A.C. Houghton also tragically passed away, and they believe that he died of just sheer heartbreak. He lost a good family friend, and he lost his daughter, and he just couldn't take it anymore. In 1926, the Freemasons, which is like a society, like a secret society, I mean, I've heard of them, I don't know a lot about them, they're kind of, like I said, secretive, purchased the Houghton Mansion for their Masonic temple, and it's still used that way today. And the rock wall that makes up the barrier around the Houghton Mansion was retrieved from a tunnel in the area known as the Bloody Pit that killed over 200 men. Of course they are, right? Right. So what do the guys do? Of course, they go to this tunnel, and they're hearing like bricks fall from the ceiling. First of all, I wouldn't even be near that tunnel because I don't do tunnels. I don't do the dark. Hell no. I mean, I'll do the dark if I'm like with a group of people, and I'll do the dark if I'm by myself, but it just scares the living crapola out of me. And something about tunnels that could like collapse on me, especially old ones, not my idea of a good time. So, hail to the no. So they go back to the house, and they get ready for lockdown. Now this is where my recap is gonna take a slight twist. In my GA Recap Monday videos, I kind of just do a breakdown of the whole episode, just kind of going through evidence, where it happened, what happened, funny moments, yada, yada, yada. In my typically known as GA Flashback Friday videos, I'm going to break down different parts of the episode. I'm not going to do this happened and this happened and this happened and then they went here. Some of that will be incorporated into the backstory of what I'm breaking down, but for the most part, I'm going to be breaking down by certain special criteria. For example, last week when I went to Bobby Mackey's, or took you guys back to Bobby Mackey's rather, I broke down the 3 scariest moments of the episode. Now, today we are going to break it down into the top 4 hot spots leading into the top 3 best pieces of evidence from the episode today. So let's get started. Hotspot number 1 is the main entry room, and they believe it's haunted by A.C. Houghton himself. I mean, come on, do you blame the man? You've got people coming in here for meetings and such. You've got people coming in here to investigate for paranormal activity. Would you want somebody all up in your cookies coming into your house all the time? Hell to the no, you would not. I'd be standing at the door dead too going, search warrant. Do you have a search warrant? No, okay, bye. I don't really blame the man. I mean, yeah, I would be interested in like checking the place out too, but I'd at least ask the man first. And if he said, get the hell out of my house, then of course I'm gonna get the hell out of his house. Be respectful, come on now. Oh wait, never mind, it's the GAC, that's not how they roll. Hotspot number 2 is Mary Houghton's bedroom, and I'll give you 3 guesses on who haunts that space, but you're only gonna need 1. You got it, Mary herself. The 3rd hotspot is the upstairs 3rd floor corridor, which also happens to be the servants' quarters, and it's haunted by, you guessed it, Mr. Witters. And up there was like, they've seen shadows and they've heard footsteps and, you know, typical paranormal activity. And in the basement is the final and hotspot, and it is haunted by a little girl or a playful spirit. Now, you always wonder, is it really a little girl? Is it really playful? Or is it something evil? No one's ever really felt evil, no one's been scratched, no one's been hurt, but they just assume that it's a little girl. Swinging us into our top 3 pieces of evidence for the Houghton Mansion. Wonderful, fantastical, amazing episode. And believe it or not, the first piece of evidence happens, you guessed it, right in the entry of the building, where they have set up a static night vision camera on their lovely little X, because they were still doing that then. And they have also set up motion sensors in the front entry hallway. Now, they are actually in another room, and they hear these motion sensors like wigging out. Like they're going off. They're all going off. And they have no idea. They're talking to the room, and they're like, is anybody in there? Seeing if they'll like respond with the motion sensors. And they just keep going off. They look at their static night vision camera, and they notice that there's like a shadow person. And it's plain as day, all up in the screen. So, ding, 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 we found what's making the noise, and we can only assume that it's A.C. Houghton himself telling you to get the hell up at his house. Okay, thanks, bye. The second piece of evidence is they are now back in the main, they're still in the main room, they've figured out the whole shadow person, and now they're getting this feeling in the parlor area, and they're just heavy, and so they're like, hey, let me have the EMF detector. They bust out their EMF detector, and clear as freaking day, you hear a little girl's voice, and at the same exact time, that EMF detector spikes. Now, you and I, and anyone who's into the paranormal know that when you have a piece of evidence like that with a spike in the EMF detector, chances are it is paranormal, because they believe that ghosts are made up of electromagnetic energy, and so an EMF detector which detects electromagnetic energy would pick up on the spirit. And it is plain as day. You don't even need enhanced audio to hear that mess. I about came out of my skin and went under the bed with my cats because it was clear as day and scared the crapola out of me. Segueing into the 3rd and final piece of best evidence for today's episode is in the basement. Zach is by himself, and he hears, and he captures an EVP that says ran for help. Now, we can only assume that this is Mr. Witters letting them know that, yes, he tried to help them, he tried to save them, and he just couldn't do it. So, that is followed up by him asking Mr. Witters, is that you? And then the episode ends with this unexplained loud noise that, of course, they didn't look into because they want us coming back for more. Right? Right. Now, I have broken down the 4 hot spots, I've broken down the 3 pieces of evidence, and now I'm going to end with something that I do in my GA Recap Monday videos, if it makes itself known, is an LOL moment. And the LOL moment of the Houghton Mansion goes to our very own Zach Bagans for literally walking into a door. Now, in his defense, he was walking without a camera that had night vision. He could not see because, as you know, the GAC works in total and complete pitch black darkness. And Nick and Aaron failed him at life because they did have night vision cameras and they did not tell him that there was a door that was closed right in front of his face. And so but it still made for a really good laugh because all you see is Zach do one of these. This is Zach, right? This is totally Zach. He's like, door, 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 boom, like hits the door with such force that I hurt for him. And then I peed my pants laughing. So the LOL moment goes to our very own Zach Bagans. Golf clap. So that is all I have for you guys for our GA flashback. Sunday's supposed to be Friday video. Now I will be back for you tomorrow with GA Recap Monday, where I am going to be recapping our brand new episode of Ghost Adventures where the guys returned to Tombstone, Arizona and re-investigated the Birdcage Theater and also investigated a new location known as Big Nose Kate's. And it was a really great episode and I can't wait to tell you guys about it, but that is for tomorrow's video. And I will also be back on Tuesday for GAQA Tuesday. I will be back Wednesday for What Should I Do Wednesday. And then I will also be bringing a special video on Thursday where I will be reviewing with you guys Zach's brand new book, I Am Haunted. I am so excited. I just finished it. I'm going to be doing a book review and I cannot wait. Now, as I close up, I want to give you guys a special announcement. The Ghost Adventures Fans and Paranormal group now has Twitter. I'm so excited that I set up a Twitter account for us, and I love Twitter. I'm a Twitter addict, and if you are not a Twitter addict, you should be, because then you get to hang out with me and everybody else on the Twitter page. So go to www.twitter.com/GA_paranormal. And that will take you right to our page. Click that lovely little follow button and then be sure to retweet it to share it. I'm so excited that we've hit another social media outlet. It only means that we're getting bigger, we're getting better, and more fantastic, and more fabulous, and more awesome. And we also have some really good things for you in the works. We have some contests coming up. We're working on prizes. I am just so excited that we are taking this turn, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys tomorrow for GA Recap Monday. Until then, much love, stay happy, stay healthy, stay warm. It's still ridiculously cold outside. Bye!
Staircases, countless hallways, and doors around every corner. Trying to walk around in pitch darkness with only night vision cameras can be downright dangerous.
Jesus. Will guide me. I wasn't even looking. You alright? Alright. That hurt like hell, man. You guys gotta beat my eye.